how to decide when to scale or cut Amazon PPC campaigns. So when managing Amazon PPC, I always focus on whether a campaign is ready for growth based on the performance signals, such as I always start with the conversion consistency and like a healthy CTR and stable CVR always shows that the traffic is relevant and the listing is doing its job, right? So without consistent conversion, if you keep spending money on ads, so it will result in a wasted ad spend, and it will not drive sales as well. So this is more important. You need to look at the conversion rate before spending more on ads. Next, I review search term, and a spend becomes more valuable when you starts getting a high intent keywords that matches buyer searches as well. So I also check if my PPC is helping to improve organic ranking, right? Because if your organic ranking is keep improving, so scaling becomes more valuable and more safer, because you have a room to grow and you can scale at this time. So you need to look at the tech odds as well, because tech odds is another key factor that allows you to look at how well your advertising is affecting in total sales. So you need to look at this as well, because this is more important. And how like when to cut off Amazon PPC campaigns. So basically, if you just first I reduce the bids when a campaign is not performing, and I always give them a time to improve, because there are slow movers, right? So and it's still, if I don't see any progress, so I just negate it or pause it. But I always track the performance on the base of conversion rate and the CPA. So what is CPA? The CPA is always this is it is because you need to look at the CPA is always your uh, profit margin, right? This is the cost. The CPA is the cost per acquisition that you are paying to get an order. uh, and I always let's say I have a profit of around $7, and so my maximum CPA would be around $6. So I always keep tracking the CP and the CVR at the same time, because that these things allow me to look at how well my advertising is performing. So my formula is simple. I have a 15. If let's say I have a keyword and it gets around 20 clicks and no orders, so I can pause it. But there is a period for me, I always give them a time. I always give them a 2 weeks. I'll create another separate campaign with just pushing keywords, and I will reduce the bids, and I'll see the performance if that keyword starts improving. So, and it happens after testing multiple times. So sometimes it starts improving well. So you need to keep testing, whatever you have. The more testing you do, the more better results you get, right? So keep testing it until you get the better results. So this is what we can do. And if you have a good conversion rate, don't rely on echoes only, because ego is not it doesn't just describe the overall efficiency. Your the CTR and the CVR are the real efficient metrics, so you need to look at those metrics as well. Okay, so always optimize on the basis of this keyword. Okay, right?